Modern life moves fast, but inside our heads, an internal chatterbox often runs even faster, judging our moves and replaying mistakes. When we listen to that voice too closely, we freeze. We succumb to emotional rigidity, stuck in place while the world moves on. Most of us handle this internal pressure in two ways. We bottle our emotions, hiding them until the pressure becomes unbearable, or we brood, obsessively picking at old wounds. Both habits drain our mental energy and prevent us from reaching our full potential. To safely extract these thoughts before they paralyze you, psychologists use a specific tool called Pennebaker's rules. It is a 20-minute daily writing exercise designed to clear the subconscious. The setup is very simple. You need a loose paper, a pen, a 20-minute timer, and a space with absolute silence. The goal is to create distance. By moving your thoughts onto the page, you can physically and mentally step out of your own thought cloud and observe it from the outside. Breaking out of an internal crisis isn't about willpower. It requires a mechanical process to separate who you are from the temporary emotions you are feeling. To begin, isolate yourself in a quiet environment and set a strict 20-minute timer on your device. The moment the timer starts, begin writing. Put your internal fears, stresses, and anxieties directly onto the paper without stopping to think. The most important rule is to ignore your grammar, your spelling, and the quality of your handwriting. This is for your eyes only. Keep the pen moving. If you run out of things to say, write about having nothing to say until the timer ends. By bypassing your brain's internal editor, you prevent yourself from bottling the pressure. You are effectively draining the emotional leakage out of your subconscious and trapping it on the page. Do not judge what you are writing as you go. Judgment only leads back to the traps of hiding or obsessing over your pain. This process relies on nuanced labeling, the act of turning raw, abstract fear into specific, written words. When you leave emotions unexpressed, the brain's fear center, the amygdala, becomes overactive, making you rigid. Writing specific emotional labels shifts the brain's energy away from that panic center and into the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for logic and problem solving. This neurological shift creates a vital space between a negative event and your response to it, giving you the room to choose how you act. Writing without judgment provides a repeatable mechanism for cooling down the brain's panic center. It trains the prefrontal cortex to take the lead, making logical adaptability your default response to new challenges. When the 20-minute timer expires, drop the pen immediately. Now, the most critical step. Do not read, save, or store the paper you just wrote on. Physically destroy the document. Tear it into pieces or throw it into the trash. This act of destruction is a signal to your brain. It confirms that you have processed these thoughts and are no longer held hostage by them. In the aftermath of this exercise, you will likely feel a sense of mental clarity and emotional equilibrium. Emotional agility functions like a gyroscope. It maintains your internal balance even when external forces push against you. This state of emotional agility is what allows you to separate your identity from your setbacks. When you aren't defined by your mistakes, you gain the stability needed to pursue long-term goals. A fixed mindset is often held in place by the fear that failure is a permanent verdict on our ability. By labeling and discarding those rigid thoughts, you clear the psychological path to focus on effort and strategy, the core components of a growth mindset. To keep your emotional radar optimized, make this 20-minute reset a daily habit. Real growth isn't achieved by avoiding pain, but by learning how to process it into forward momentum. Start your reset today.